We were trying to decide, should I let my husband do this himself on top of his real job, or should we go with a vendor? And we looked at a couple different vendors. We even found one before we met Abbey that was really great, but we didn't have that just knowing feeling. Something still was missing, and we felt like it was the design aesthetic. So we called Abbey, who we found on House after seeing their amazing pictures of all the other stuff they had done, and we walked in and we met Zied. And I swear within 15 minutes of meeting Zied, my husband and I looked at each other and said, he gets it. He gets this really modern, crisp, minimalist architecture, this design that I want, that I've been looking for. And at that point, it wasn't even about price, even though Abbey's price was very competitive with everybody else's. At that point, we just said we liked Zied and we just felt at home with Abbey, and that was how we made our decision. We had bought a house in a neighborhood that was a smaller house than most of the houses in the neighborhood. This house, the livable space, apart from the basement, is only 1,900 square feet approximately. And I wanted a house that felt like 2,900 square feet. And so that was my goal. It was to, how do you take this small footprint and turn it into somewhere that 8 to 10 adults might actually want to hang out and have wine? I wanted people to walk in here and say, wow, look at this house, not wow, look how small this house was. The process was a lot easier than I thought it would be. I had never done a big construction like this, and everybody I spoke to said, you're gonna have dust everywhere, it's gonna take a month longer than they tell you, just be prepared for it. I'm happy to say it actually took exactly the amount of time they thought it was going to take, and the house was immaculate every single day when we came home. I was shocked, and to this day, every time I walk into the kitchen, I walk down to the first floor, I think back to having the workmen here every day, and what a great experience it really was. I would do it again in a heartbeat. I genuinely like waking up in the morning and being in this house. When we bought the house a year and a half ago, I wasn't sure if I'd ever really feel that way about this house. And you can ask my husband. There were a few times over the last year or so I said, you know, maybe we should move. Maybe this was too small of a house. But ever since we did the renovation with Abbey, not only am I not trying to move anymore, but I've told my husband that I never want to leave this house, and he's going to have to drag me out of this house before I'm ever willing to let anybody else buy it from me. So you're going to see me here in this house in 40 years, and that's because of Abbey.